Hey, what's up everyone? Kobaneramani456 here today, doing another update on Sonic Lost Worlds for the Nintendo Wii U and 3DS. So yesterday, as you all know, Sega released a debut trailer for the brand new game that's going to be heading to Nintendo's consoles. And I did an opinions video yesterday, just kind of giving info on the game, showing the new trailer, and just kind of giving my opinions on what I think about the game so far, and you know, what direction it's going. But today we have some more info that was released about the story, the gameplay, how it's all going to work out, and yesterday a lot of pictures were revealed as well, including some for the Nintendo 3DS version of the game. So I'm going to be covering that in this video. I'm going to try and keep it hopefully short and sweet. It may be around 10 minutes long, but no, I'm just going to go into details and give my opinions on what's been revealed so far. So, have some new info on the gameplay right here, to where basically, yeah, Takashi Iizuka has confirmed that there really isn't a boost in this game this time around, and that Sonic's gameplay is actually quite different from, you know, the other modern Sonic games, so where it's going to still be the 3D and 2.5D and stuff like that, but this time around they wanted to create some brand new unique levels to fit this new gameplay style for Sonic. So basically, you know, Sonic's not going to be like in stages that are going to be like on the ground and stuff like that as much. It's going to be more like these ginormous worlds, kind of like, you know, Galaxy series, and then also similar to Sonic Colors, which was another game that some people tried to say was very similar to Galaxy. But basically they're going to be different stages with different ideas and designs and all. Like there's going to be the grassy stage, which is supposed to be called Wind Hill, and then there's going to be another stage to where it's going to be like Desert Ruins, to where basically it's actually going to be kind of like cake. It's going to be kind of like based on cake, candy, all these sweets and stuff. So actually similar to like Sweet Mountain, and then also Layer Cake Desert in New Super Mario Bros. U. But basically now there are going to be stages in this game that are going to be similar to some of classic Sonic's older stages, and then also to like newer stages that are going to be, you know, like the ones that we saw yesterday. And also not only that, it's been said that there will be lots of stages that have a huge emphasis on platforming, and then some stages that encourage you to go as fast as you possibly can through the stages. So another thing that's very similar to Sonic Colors. So in this video, when I'm talking about more of this info, we're going to see a lot of things that actually tie into Sonic Colors, which kind of makes me feel like this could actually be kind of like a sequel to the game, since it is exclusively for Nintendo consoles anyway. And so yeah, because, you know, in Sonic Colors, that game, there were some stages that had a huge emphasis on platforming and nothing really more, and then there were some stages that had a mix of them, and then some that just had more emphasis on speed than anything. But that, and then also we kind of have some new details about the gameplay with how Sonic's running is actually going to work. So as you all know, like I pointed out yesterday, there is no boost from what we have seen in the trailers, and basically it's been confirmed that it's not really going to be back in this game the same way it was in Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations. This time around, when you're actually moving Sonic along with the analog stick, he will not go into his full running animation. He's actually going to kind of walk a bit, kind of trot. But then, if he actually holds one of the triggers, that engages his running animation to where he's going to be able to run all over the place, and, you know, that helps him actually go faster. Reason why they're doing this is because Iizuka just kind of wants it to where, you know, you can have different kind of like speeds for Sonic, to where you can more easily control them in these environments, because it's going to be a bit more open. There's going to be a lot more platforming, so you can decide whether or not you want to go slower and, you know, do more precise jumps or whatever, if you want to go faster. And then if you hold the other trigger on the Wii U gamepad, that enables Sonic's top speed mode, which is basically him rolling in the ball, which is kind of the equivalent to the Sonic Boost, where it's his full speed. But the thing is that it's not exactly Sonic Boost. It's more like Spin Dash, or more like the Roll actually, which is similar. It sounds very similar to the Roll in Sonic Dash actually. That was one thing I thought about when I actually heard how this was going to be kind of like the new top speed move for Sonic. But that And then also, as you all can tell, there's this new, the new moveset called the like parkour move, to where Sonic can run on walls and stuff. run upstairs and, climb on things. Basically, that's engaged by holding onto the run button. So one thing that Zuka kind of pointed out about this game is that with how Sonic's gameplay has been before in the modern Sonic games and other games, if Sonic ran into something, he just stopped to a screeching halt, and that would just just slow down the momentum, slow down all the speed that you had before. But this time around, they decided to add this new feature with Sonic so that he can always keep his momentum and he won't slow down as much in other games, to where like he would come to a screeching halt, which I actually really like, because that was one problem with some of the games like Sonic Unleashed and Generations, to where if you made a mistake or something like that, you just go to a complete stop and then you have to try and work at it again to keep up your momentum. Also, it's been confirmed that the Wisps are going to be coming back, which is one thing a lot of people were pointing out after they saw the trailer yesterday, something I actually really overlooked. I did not notice at all. So where basically the Wisps are going to be coming back, to where you're going to have these color forms and all. They're basically going to let you take advantage, of the powers, and the way you actually, engage the Wisp powers is with the Wii U gamepad, to where you either use the touchscreen controls or you tilt the Wii U gamepad or whatever. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably see the laser wisp again, since we already saw that in the trailer, but looking forward to seeing what else they have up their sleeves. And I always loved the wisps and the Sonic colors, because it added more variety to the gameplay, but it wasn't like an overpowering power to where it just controlled the entire game. You could always choose whether or not you did want to use the wisps most of the time, or if you didn't, which I thought was really awesome, and I'm hoping that's the case with this game. And not only that, another thing confirmed about the gamepad is that there is off TV play, so you can play that only on the gamepad if you want to. And then there is a support mode, which is basically a multiplayer mode, to where one person plays with the Wii U gamepad, to where they can assist the main player who's going to be playing as Sonic in the stages with the Wii remote and nunchuck. So obviously it's basically confirmed that they're going to be different control schemes for this game already. And then that gameplay style does sound very similar to Super Mario Galaxy, so I will give all the people who say Super Sonic Galaxy or whatever, I will give those people that right there. But also, Sonic will be the only character playable in this game, but Tails, Knuckles, and Amy will make appearances in the story, which is one thing I guess, we should probably be expecting for a good while. I mean, to be honest, the Sonic fans complained way too much about other characters, so I highly do doubt that, Sega will actually make the characters playable again for a very long while. But that, and then also, the game has been confirmed to have online multiplayer in some competitive form on 3DS and Wii U. So it's not just going to be a 3DS, it's going to be the Wii U as well, which I'm very excited for, because I'm hoping it's something like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or something like that, where you kind of like race through the stages. I think that would be so much fun to play through, so I'm really hoping it's something like that. So, now that we've basically covered the gameplay, I guess we'll go on to the story now. So, as you all know, basically this game introduces 6 new characters called the Deadly Six, but now with the story we know that Eggman is basically back, and he has, harnessed these Deadly Six, but the thing is that his plans don't work out his way, to where these guys now want to go on and face against Eggman, turn on him, and now Sonic and Eggman have to team up together and take them out. So, not really a big change in the story compared to other Sonic games, because we've seen before Eggman, Dark Gaia, Metal Sonic and Sonic Heroes and stuff. I mean, obviously Eggman's creations or monsters or whatever always seem to turn on him, so this is no surprise here whatsoever. But there is one thing that's interesting. So basically this Lost World is supposed to be called like the Lost Hex, I believe. So because basically it's 6 worlds in 6, and the worlds are kind of like shaped like hexagons, and then there's 6 enemies, like the 6 deadly creatures, which is kind of interesting because you kind of notice a pattern right here, 666. So I don't know if Sega was actually trying to put a play on that or something like that, which is kind of creepy. Actually kind of reminds me of something creepy from Sonic CD, Fun is Infinite with Majin. But it is something that many people have actually noticed on the internet, and who knows, maybe these things are actually like some demonic devils or, I don't know, spirits that are basically like guardians of the Lost World. At least that's something that I thought of, since, you know, it does say that Eggman did harness the power of these 6 missing creatures and, you know, basically awoken them, I guess. So who knows, maybe they're like guardians or something, or like demons that were like released by Eggman, who knows. But I don't think it would be that dark of a story, especially for a Sonic game. But it would be surprising, actually, I will say that. But yeah, that's basically the story right there. Nothing too special, too mind-blowing, but now I guess we can go on to the features for the 3DS version. So, finally, it has been confirmed that this is going to be the first handheld Sonic game that is actually fully 3D. So, basically, I don't know if Dimps is working on this game or not, but it is not going to be Dimps gameplay like Sonic Generations, Sonic Rush series, or Sonic Colors on the DS. It's going to be actually full 3D environments with, you know, 3D graphics, and then it's going to have the 3D effect, which is really, really awesome. Very excited about that. And while both versions are going to be very similar, they will have stuff exclusive to them. Like, as you all know, the Wii U version is going to have the off-TV gameplay and stuff like that, and then, you know, the support with the multiplayer and all. The 3DS version will have the 3D effect, and then it's also going to have some extra stages, I believe, along with special stages as well. So each version is going to be different, so you're not just basically buying the same game, but one with worse graphics and one with 3D or something like that. So that's good. I'm glad that Sega is doing that, and I'm so glad that Sega's finally done 3D graphics for a handheld, because if for them not to have done it for Sonic Generations, I just find incredibly lazy. So thankfully they're doing that with this game. And then, like I said before, the 3DS version is going to have online multiplayer, which should be interesting as well, and it's going to have exclusive wisps to it as well, kind of like Sonic Colors. Another thing that's kind of similar about this game and Sonic Colors. And then, what else? Red rings are supposed to be coming back to both versions of the game, to where basically you can collect those red rings and unlock different content, to where you can, I don't know, like, there's so many things in this version, in this game, to where you can actually collect in order to unlock unlockable content, including animals, actually, which is another thing, because it's kind of funny, because they actually did show that trailer, and they did, you know, show the flickies and all that stuff, which was something that was really interesting. So maybe this time around you actually have to collect little, you know, flickies and stuff like that in the game, and if you do that, you actually unlock different things in the game, which has basically been kind of confirmed, but we don't know exactly what, though something was said about like Sonic's animation or something like that. So maybe you can actually buy a different animation for Sonic's running, to where it can be like, you know, kind of like the figure 8 move, or like the super peel out, classic Sonic's running, I don't know. But that actually would be pretty cool to do for fans, since this game does have a lot of references to classic Sonic's gameplay and modern Sonic's. But that, and then also there are going to be gold cannons in the game that actually allow you to kind of reach different pathways and hidden paths. But that is basically it for the info on what we know about this new game. So it was a mouthful. I actually probably did talk about it longer than I should have, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. Also, by the way, here's the box art of the game. It looks very nice, very colorful, looks just perfect in my opinion. So very excited about this game. Have no idea when it's going to be coming out, but we should hear more at E3 2013, which should be in about actually 9 days probably, which is coming up very soon. Very excited. Hope you all are as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this game, if you're excited about the gameplay and all and what we know so far. I'm excited for both versions of the game, the 3DS version and the Wii U version included finally, because now we know it's not Dimps. It's not going to be like that 2D gameplay that we've gotten so far in handheld Sonic games. Thank God. But yeah, I guess that's enough of my rambling. So thank you all again for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like and a comment. It really helps out a ton. I can't thank you all enough for all the support, and really enjoyed reading a lot of people's comments on the previous video. So if you do have any opinions on what you think about this game so far and from the info I kind of discussed in this video, please let me know. But anyway, that does it for this vid. So thanks again. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Cabanerites.